I'm back here. I shouldn't be. Don't worry about that. It's fine. Today we're eating a fuck ton of cheese.
Yes.
There's a shop downtown in our city that is going out of business at the end of this month, sadly. And they specialize in cheese and wines, along with a couple of other things. And I was there the other day and I kept thinking about it. I was like, I should just go spend a bunch of money on cheese. And I'm sorry to say that I did. So if I complain about not having money, it's because I spent it all on cheese.
There are no better uses.
So we're starting off with a Havarti. This is Castello Havarti. We both know Havarti cheese. I'm actually a big fan of it. Just never had the brand before. Figured it'd be nice and light and pleasant and a good way to begin.
Yes.
And worth noting, the lady at the shop told me to leave that one in the fridge and all the other ones sitting out, so I've done so. So that one's cold, the others will be room temperature. Yep, smells like a nice creamy cheese. Like I said, big fan of Havarti.
Yep, that's quite.
That's very close. The nice thing about Havarti is it's like eating butter. As it's so soft, it's very buttery, and this has just a very pleasant, like, almost sharpness, but it's not sharp at all. And it sneaks in after you started eating it. So that was worth the money.
Yeah.
Next is Florey's Truckle.
Truckle, you say?
Literally none of these have Wikipedia pages other than the Havarti, but a truckle of cheese is a cylindrical wheel of cheese, usually taller than it is wide, sometimes described as barrel-shaped. I have to assume that Florey's is like the creamery or something. I wanted to do research on these, and they're just stymieing me. Milton Creamery, Florey's Truckle. This is an aged cloth-bound cheddar. Okay, so it's a cheddar.
I like me a cheddar.
It's a cheddar that comes in a wheel.
It looks like it has a texture like Parmesan.
If it has a texture like Parmesan, that means it has a texture like Romano. And Romano is where I start getting excited. The previous time that I went there, I got myself some Manchego, which is a big favorite of mine. I've never had Manchego before. It is a sheep's milk cheese. It's really awesome. This has like a strange brown rind. It smells like a cheddar. I mean, it's pretty hard. It is more like a Romano than a cheddar.
It's got a little bit of bitterness to it. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of bitterness. I think it is what they would describe as nutty. I picked up these baguette crisps for cleansing the palate. We're going to be fucking full by the time we're done with this. Very nice, plain chip. I was like, what's the plainest chip that you have? And she's like, well, I got these ones, and they were like those wafer-thin ones. I'm like, let's go with something a little bit thicker. All right, next is Prairie Breeze. This is also from Milton Creamery. This is Prairie Breeze is our twist on a well-aged white cheddar-style cheese, aged for a minimum of 9 months with vegetarian rennet and no added color. Sweeter than your typical cheddar with lots of flavor, crumbly, creamy, sure, whatever. It says this is their most beloved and decorated cheese. That's some bold claims.
He died somehow.
It smells very salty.
Just like me.
Very clean. Oh, wow, that just like, it snaps a little bit. Yeah, it's like tangy and fruity. That is weird.
Good though.
Yeah. It's a little bit crunchy. Very smooth.
This would go very, very well on a cheese plate with some pepperoni or the like.
That's pretty unique. I'm glad I picked that up because it's, like, looking at it, it's very unassuming. Literally just a block of white cheese.
It's like a big square, this cheese.
It's like a big square. All right, next up is one that I'm most interested in. It's Holler Hocker. Translating to sitting in the cellar, Holler Hocker is washed in wine and spices and then aged for a minimum of 10 months. A remarkable depth of flavor. Firm yet creamy, wonderful melter, great for an extra exciting grilled cheese as a way to liven up your fondue. And this is from Murray's Cheese. Whew. Ooh, this smells strong.
Let's see.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's more like a sharp cheddar.
Interesting. It's got kind of an earthiness to it.
Yeah, the more I eat it, the more I like it. It's surprisingly soft. Like I expected that to be a little more like a Romano. That's pretty neat. This one is Kuwait Sunshine Swiss style. I think it's probably Kuwait, because that's the name of the creamery. And it's Kuwait Sunshine Swiss style, so it's got Swiss style holes in it.
I like me a Swiss cheese, I'll tell you what.
Me too, that's why I was interested in this one. I have no idea where any of these like creameries are, if they're local or what, but they're just in that cheese shop.
Yep.
In their remaining stock.
That's a Swiss cheese.
Yeah. It's definitely Swiss cheese. I'm a little less... Well, yeah, I'm less excited about it than the others.
It's because one of the signatures of Swiss cheese is it's got some bitterness to it, I think.
It's very milky, though.
Yeah, this is a lot milder.
Yeah,
like
it's very mild.
Like, I didn't like Swiss cheese for much of my life, but this would probably be like my gateway cheese into Swiss.
I don't know, this just reminds me a lot of the off-the-counter Swisses that I've had in the past that were very, like, just not very good.
Okay.
So, it's better quality than that, at least, but it's still just okay. Alright, last but not least, this is called Reverie Camomilla. It's from Reverie Creamery. It says Camomilla is a sweet cheese hybrid of a Tama and Alpine-style cheese. Most importantly, a tea of organic chamomile is added to the curds, causing the resulting paste to be buttery, sweet, creamy, and herbaceous.
That's got an odd scent to it.
Sounds like I saved the best one for last.
This one's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the most interesting one. Well, yeah, that certainly smells like a whole bunch of stuff.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Wow.
Boy, yeah, that's real different.
It's good though. I like it.
I don't even know how to describe that.
There's definitely a creaminess to it.
Yeah, it is very herby. There's like a strong, strange earthiness to it that is not the usual earthiness of cheese.
Yeah.
That's real interesting. I like that.
it. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if that's one that I would eat in large quantities, but every now and then it's just like, hey, let's go down a galloping train of flavor.
Yes.
So that's 6 cheeses from our local cheesemonger. Oh, that burps up weird. Which I think is like just the right number for us not to get sick of it.
Yep.
Because we also have pizza.
Yes.
And they were all pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing in particular to add.
Okay. The clock will speak for you.
Yes.
I got cheese all over me. Now, I ain't even eating Cheetos.